put stars around here. First Tyler Adams, and now our Premier League insider, David Ornstein. David, we've got so much to get to, so lovely to have you here. But first up, I mentioned before the break, Cody Gakpo, which broke, I think, yesterday or the day before, on his way to Liverpool. Latest is what?
It's essentially a done deal, Rebecca. Cody Gakpo is going to be signing a 5.5-year contract, which takes him from now through to the summer of 2023, then the summer of 2023 to the summer of 2028. It's a deal worth up to 50 million euros, including add-ons, and I can reveal to our audiences tonight that Cody Gakpo has completed his medical without any problems, so we should be hearing an announcement from Liverpool and PSV Eindhoven either tonight, UK time, or tomorrow. He'll go back to Eindhoven and say his goodbyes, and then they've got to sort out the final paperwork, the work permit, which at this time of the year is a bit complicated because it doesn't open the Home Office for that sort of thing until the 1st of January. The Dutch transfer market doesn't open until the 3rd of January, so they might need special dispensation if he's going to play on the 2nd, but he hasn't trained for a couple of weeks, so they may let it go a few more days until Liverpool play Wolves in the FA Cup. It's a key signing for Liverpool in their attack. They've suffered from injuries. He was coveted by many clubs. Manchester United considered him, Chelsea as well, but Liverpool pounced on Boxing Day. They completed the negotiation, and they're really pleased with it as well. It's a sign of commitment from NBC Sports Group, the owners at Liverpool, who have put the club up for sale but said they'll continue being committed until the final day. Julian Ward, the outgoing sporting director, did the deal with his opposite number at PSV Eindhoven, and it's a real boost, a massive start to the transfer window for Liverpool.
Yeah, absolutely, and much to the relief of Liverpool fans who maybe were worried that they wouldn't spend that money. Arsenal spending money. It's difficult to get too much out of Mikel Arteta. We did try the other night. What do you think he's going to do now that Jesus is out? Yeah,
they've got one main target at Arsenal, and that is Mykhailo Mudryk from Shakhtar Donetsk. They also are keen to sign João Felix on loan from Atletico Madrid. He's been offered to a number of clubs, and at the moment the numbers are too high. Manchester United, Chelsea, many others. George Mendes, his agent, knows he needs to move João Felix because he's out of favour at Atletico Madrid. And Arsenal are keen to do it, but the numbers would need to come down for that to happen. And I think probably they will. It would only be a 6-month loan, and that's going to be very expensive, but he is a high-quality player. On Mudryk, Arsenal have had an offer rejected, an opening bid of 40 million euros, I think, plus 25 million in add-ons, so taking it to 65 in total. Shakhtar want 100 million euros for him. My sense is, and from speaking to people across the industry, that they will come down in the price that they're asking for him, and that a compromise will be reached. And Arsenal know that they need to kick on in the transfer market if they want to make that final push for the Premier League title, and of course for a top 4 finish if they don't win that title. And the Kroenkes, the ownership, are backing them to go and get that title, so let's see what they do in the market.
Well, we talked about Liverpool and the owners possibly going to sell the club but still spending money. Manchester United owners, the Glazers, possibly selling the club or open to selling the club. Are they going to spend money in January?
I don't think there's much money to spend at Manchester United, so I don't want to disappoint fans, but it's most likely going to have to be a loan deal. Interestingly, they had admiration for Cody Gakpo. They almost signed him in the summer window. Erik ten Hag is a massive fan, but United are focused on a central striker for January, and they see Gakpo as primarily a wide forward. And therefore, they also are looking at somebody like João Felix, if they can do that loan deal. And there'll be a number of other options as well. But I think we need to remember, with the United sale here, the Rain Bank, who are in charge of this process, they're aiming for a complete sale of Manchester United in the first quarter of 2023. And therefore, the Glazer family are not going to be willing to sanction a massive outlay of cash on deals at this time of the year. I think Manchester United would always prefer to do their business in the summer, and I do think Erik ten Hag is quite content with what he has, but he would like, as he explained after the match the other night, to add in that forward line. And the only name I'm hearing primarily at the moment is João Felix, again, if the numbers come down on a loan basis. So it's a very interesting situation, and you've got to watch this space on that takeover, because it could be coming very soon, and it will be a seismic moment in the history of Manchester United, because so many supporters have wanted a change in the hierarchy at Manchester United. They've had so many changes on and off the pitch, but now it could go to the very top. And if Rain Bank, who are leading this process, get their way, it's going to be a fascinating few months ahead to see who takes charge, who takes the reins at Manchester United and leads them forward into the future. Erik ten Hag's doing a good job on the pitch, but what's going to happen off it is perhaps the most fascinating question.
Brilliant, as always, David. I know, enjoy the next few days of calm, because that January transfer window is David Ornstein's patch, by the way, and he's going to be a very busy man. Thank you so much for joining us. Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. For even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock and be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend on USA Network and on Peacock. We will see you over there.